Is this game old enough already? Oh, screw it, we're just doing it. If you've been on my channel for a while, you will know one thing. I love Kingdom Hearts. It is so much more than just a crossover between Disney and Final Fantasy, regardless of what people say. Today we're taking a look at the very first game in the franchise. Oh boy, here we go. You play as a boy named Sora living on the Destiny Islands. Your two best friends are Riku, some kid who thinks he's cool and the leader of the group, and Kairi, obviously Sora's love interest. And then there's some kids from the Final Fantasy games. Nobody really knows what the hell they're up to, but well, they're just there, I suppose. The three friends want to see other worlds. What's the best way of doing that? Exactly, by building a raft. By some strange ass coincidence, the night they finish the raft, there's actually a supernatural storm coming over the island. I mean, really, what are the odds of that happening exactly? The storm engulfs their world in darkness and sends Riku, Sora and Kairi their own separate way. Next thing you know, you're in another world. Mission accomplished. Roll the credits. Okay, so now you're on a quest to find your two lost friends. While all of this is happening, the king of Disney Castle, Mickey Mouse, has gone missing. The king is looking into the disappearance of the stars. He tells Donald and Goofy to go look for a key. This key just so happens to be the Keyblade Sora got when his world was destroyed by darkness. Hold on for a moment. You mean the main method of fighting your enemies in this game is swinging around a huge ass key? Seems legit. So after meeting up with a couple of Final Fantasy characters which tell Sora all about the Heartless, which are the main enemies in the game, Sora runs into Donald and Goofy. Guess we're a team now. From here on out you go to multiple Disney worlds, based on your all-time favorite Disney films. Going through these worlds, you discover every world has a keyhole you have to seal to keep the Heartless from destroying that world. However, all the Disney villains have teamed up to help Maleficent get the 7 Princesses of Hearts. She needs them for some evil-ass purpose. She's also trying to stop Sora from sealing the keyholes. Nobody really knows why, since she should really only care about this whole princess thing going on. So after going through multiple Disney worlds, you end up in Hollow Bastion. This is evil people's HQ. Admittedly, at this point, all the evil people or the Maleficent are dead, but it's still mean and scary. Throughout the whole game, Maleficent has been manipulating Riku and he's slowly become more dark. And with that, I honestly don't want to spoil the ending of the game because that kind of defeats the point of playing this game. So if you want to experience the full story, either watch my Let's Play on the game or just go out and enjoy the game. I will tell you, the story gets a 9 out of 10 from me. The game is just not looking great. Yes, it was a PlayStation 2 game, but even the HD remake wasn't that polished at all. It said that it was rebuilt from the ground up because they lost Kingdom Hearts 1's data, but it just doesn't look like it was. Maybe it doesn't look so fancy because they had to rebuild it from the ground up. But to me it looked like they just ripped an ISO from the KH1 disc and made some new textures. Mind you, this game doesn't look bad by any means, but the constant change of 3D mounts to 2D mounts and cutscenes is quite bothering. That's not even to mention the horrible lip sync. In the original version this was pretty fucking bad, but they didn't even fix it in the HD remaster, so it's far from good. I'm going to give the presentation just a 6 out of 10. The gameplay is just downright awesome. It's simple but yet manages to not get boring. It's just simple everyday attack command which just swings your keyblade around. Your combos become longer as you level up and you unlock awesome finishing moves. Then there's magic. There's a total of 7 magic spells, ranging from things like fire which home in your enemy to cure which heals you. All the magic spells have 3 tiers, the basic one, the raw tier and the god tier. So how does that work? So fire for instance becomes fire raw at the 2nd tier and then fire god at the 3rd tier. Throughout the game you also unlock a number of Disney based summons. All of these summons do something unique. For instance, Simba deals a massive amount of damage to surrounding enemies, where Tinkerbell heals you in battle. For weapons, there's a total of 18 different Keyblades, 2 of those being Final Mix exclusive. Some Keyblades focus more on magic, while others are really aimed towards melee combat. The really great thing though is, the longer Keyblades actually have a longer range. You don't really notice this while playing the game, but you will find that if you're fighting with a longer Keyblade, you will take less damage because you are actually farther away from your enemies. At the end of the game, there's a couple of Keyblades which stand out in those certain categories, and it's really up to your playstyle which one you should use. Obviously, Donald and Goofy have a wide variety of weapons too, but they're not as relevant, to be honest. But you know what is relevant? Every character has a couple of accessory slots which allow you to customize your character to whatever playstyle you'd like. And then there's the way you travel between worlds, the gummy ship routes. I actually don't mind them, unlike most people do. You can build your own custom spaceships and fly it between the worlds. It is pretty awesome. In my honest opinion, this feature didn't look bad until Kingdom Hearts 2 was introduced and there was a way more badass version of this. So the gameplay gets a 9 out of 10 from me. The game will take you about 20 hours or so on standard mode first time playing through it. You can play through it on a higher difficulty or challenge yourself by not changing any equipment. The HD version even has a trophy for it. If you really love this game and you're willing to play through it a couple of times, challenging yourself, there's a good 100 or so hours of fun in this game. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. This game is pretty much glitchless, other than the really rare occasional graphical glitch which is nearly impossible to trigger, and the fact that you can skip half of one gummy route in the game, there's no glitches at all. So I think it's fair to give the glitches a 10 out of 10. My final judgment ends up being an 8.2. A really good game. If you have a PlayStation 3, you should really pick up Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix. It also includes Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories and the cutscenes from Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. If you're still playing on your trusty old PlayStation 2, still worth picking up. Just go get it. Until the next time, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also leave a comment about what game you'd like me to cover next. I've been Vlogger, you've been awesome. Bye.